Okay, in this chapter, we were discussing about our computer and the physical computer system, basically the hardware system. And under this, we were discussing about various devices which create the computer system, basically about the input devices, output devices, processing devices, communication, memory, storage devices. Those are the 6 categories that we learned. Input devices taking various inputs from the outside world, and memory is immediately taking that inputs. Then in case of processing, it will go to the processor. CPU, GPU are responsible for processing, GPU for graphic processing, CPU for general purpose processing. And then after processing, the output will be sent to the output devices. In case if it need to save this or keep it for a long time, it will be sent to the storage devices. Those are the 5 categories in the computer system. But when you connect a computer to another computer, so there is another need, that is basically the communication devices. So we just learn about them, we just learn about the technologies behind that, and also the memories, ports, etc. And now it's time to move to the, so this tutorial is over with this. I think, yes, we have discussed about the ports. Ports are, ports are in the back panel or maybe the side panels of laptops. Ports are used to connect peripherals, right? So that is external. Ports are used to connect peripherals. Then we learn about cards, expansion cards. These expansion cards, graphic cards, VGA cards, sound cards can be directly connected to the motherboard as a circuit board. So that enables a port. When you connect a card, it enables a port. For an example, think about a graphic card. So here, this is an image of graphic card. When you connect a graphic card, so it will open a new port to the back panel. You can see this graphic card. This part is, so I'm going to highlight this in blue color. This highlighted part, this part is connecting to the, so this part is connecting to the motherboard. So then I'm going to highlight this in the purple color. These are the ports that is introduced to the back panel of the computer. For make a plug කරාම motherboard එකට directly plug කරනවා මේ VGA card එකක්. මේ පැත්තෙන් අපිට ඒකට connect කරන්න පුළුවන් ports ටිකක්, අලුත් ports ටිකක් open වෙනවා. So that is actually, that is about the expansion cards and the ports. Slots, we learned the processor is connected to the slot. Slot is a 2D one. So that is basically they are to connect the processor. Okay, now we have come to the next lesson. That is actually, this is subheading of the same lesson. I know this lesson is really big lesson because we are covering almost all the hardware related theories in this, and so therefore it is quite large lesson. And hopefully you, I hope that you have like checked the paper that I have sent, right? If you have checked the paper, so I must like, did you receive the this time O-level paper? I think I have sent to grade 11, seems, right? Okay, anyway, I'll send to you as well, right? I'll send to you as well. මම ඔයගලන්ටත් එවන්නම්. Usal, yes, දැක්කද paper එක?
No, sir.
Oh, right, okay. එතකොට බලන්න paper එක බලන්න. So you can see paper එක අමාරු නෑ. මේ පාර ගොඩක් අය කිව්වට දැන් උක අමාරු නෑ කියන්නේ paper එකේ මුළු මේව එකම cover කරන syllabus එක. ඒක තමයි අර එක පාඩමක් දෙකක් විතරක් කරගෙන ගිහිල්ලා බෑ. ඔයගොල්ලෝ මුළු පාඩම් ඔක්කොම දැනගන්න. And this month we will be starting the paper class as well. For O levels අපි paper class එක පටන් ගන්නවා. එතකොට paper class එකේදී අපි papers විතරයි discuss කරන්නේ. You can also join in the paper class. I'm thinking of putting it to the Thursday class, same time that we have discussed the practical. So you can also participate to that class. That is to discuss papers only. You will not be charged anything additional, but you can practice papers. Okay, data communication. So this is the 5th part or the last part of this lesson. Communication basically, it happens minimum So there should be two parties for the communication purpose. At least there must be two parties, and so these are the fundamental or the basic components needed for communication: sender or the source, receiver or the destination. Yavanna saha labanna, sender and receiver. And medium means how the message is sent. So is it sent via air or like wireless medium, or is it sent through a wired medium? That will be considered here, right? So anyway, so we can define communication as, so I'll explain that. Communication is expressing of information or sharing information. You cannot say exchanging information. So that is wrong term, which is used in singular medium. So that is wrong. Exchanging, කියන්නේ හුවමාරුව. තොරතුරු හුවමාරුව sannivedanaya කියලා කියනවා. ඒක වැරදි. That is completely wrong. Why? You can't exchange information. That cannot be exchanged. And dollar dealer rupees ගන්න පුළුවන්. You can give dollars, get rupees. You can give jackfruit and get some other fruit. But the thing is, that is exchanging. Giving something, getting something. But information, you can't do like that. So when you give information, it's already with you. You can share it. Because let's say, I know some information about the current economy of Sri Lanka. If I tell this to you, that information will be available to you as well. But it will not erase my information. I will also have, and you will also get that. That is why I said it is sharing, not exchanging. මම exchange කරා නම් මගේ information දීලා තව කාගේ හරි එකක් ගන්නවා. ඊට පස්සේ දුන්නේව මගේ ළඟ නැහැ. ඒත් එහෙම එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දුන්නේව නැති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. දුන්නේව තියාගෙන තමයි මට මගේ දේවල් මම දුන්නට ඒවත් ළඟක් තියෙනවා. I will also have a copy. That is why it's called sharing information. Okay. So let's write down that in our note. So this will be given as June note, still not ready. I'll be giving this, so don't worry. Still, you can write this today for the May note. May note එකටම ලියා ගන්න. මම දෙන්නම් වට June වලට වෙනම එක. Still it's not ready. You write communication. Sharing or expressing information using wired or wireless media. Wired එකට අපි කියනවා guided කියලා. Wired or guided. Unguided කියන wireless. Sharing or expressing information using wired or wireless media. රහන් සහිත, රහන් රහිත. Wired or wireless media for the purpose of communication. What's the purpose of resource sharing? It needs three basic components: sender, who initiate, the information sharing sessions called sender, receiver who gets the information sent by the sender, receiver, the other way, CEI. Then medium, media. You can see medium, sorry, medium. Transferring mechanism. Okay, let me know once you're done. So that is called communication. Okay. Computers use computer network for communication. A network is two or more connected computers or computing devices using wired or wireless media for the purpose of resource sharing and communication. For the purpose of resource sharing and communication. Okay, please write down up to here. In the next level, we can categorize, we can classify these computer networks. So based on various properties. The one main property is the size and distribution. Right? One main property is size and distribution. Network classification based on size of the network and distribution of the network. So that is the next subheading and what we are going to discuss now. So after the communication. Okay, so kindly let me know if you are done. Okay, let's learn how we can classify networks based on the size and distribution. Size and distribution. Network means it is two or more connected computers. We all have created networks, right? We all have created networks. Only thing is, sometimes we don't know that as a network. That is the only concern. Okay, can you tell me the smallest network that you have created? What is the smallest network that you have created? Yes? What is the smallest network that you have created? Any idea? So, no need to know the name.
No, sir. No any idea.
Right? No need to know the name. Just tell me. Yes?
Any idea, sir?
No need to know the name. Yes. Right, two computers or computing devices. Haven't you connected two computers, computing devices? At least two mobile phones, haven't you connected using Bluetooth? Yes, to get the internet access. Yes, Senuri, that is correct. To get the internet access, you have shared mobile hotspot. So that is a network. How many of you are aware of mobile hotspot? Can you raise your hand if you don't? If you know mobile hotspot? Yes, if you have created mobile hotspot. 1, 2, 3. Only 3. Oh my God. So 4, 6. All right. Okay. 6. 6 of you know about mobile hotspot. I think, yes, there are 2. Yes, there are 2 who don't know about that. That is okay. But anyway, mobile hotspot is a network. So those networks we call PAN. It is not there in book. So remember that this is not there in book. No need to write down in the examination even, because, so let's see what is in the book. The smallest network. I'll discuss about the medium later. Medium ports and the devices later. I'll be covering that. You can see they have only local area network, but before local area network there is a smaller one that is called personal area network. This is not available in your book, so no need to write down in the examination, but need to know about this. It is the smallest network. Two personal devices or a few personal devices can be connected via Bluetooth, or USB for file sharing, printing, or internet sharing. Example, you can say mobile hotspot. Why? For internet sharing. So you can write down this. That is the smallest network that we have created. So that is sometimes called desktop area network. Sometimes these are called DAN, not DAN Priyasad, but this is desktop area network. Okay, the next smallest is LAN. That is there in your book. So this is what mentioned in your book. It is LAN, local area network. But before that, please write about PAN or personal area network. You can see the local area networks. So it is computers inside a room or several rooms in a building, right? University or school, small scale office networks are examples. Actually, you can say a computer within a single geographical area, a network within a single geographical area, local area network. A network within a single geographical area. Example, you can say within a room, building, school, university, small office are examples. This is the most common formal type of network. We don't, that is why the local personal area network is not there. That is not formal. Formally, that is not a network. So that is a network, but formally we are not calling that because it is kind of ad hoc, temporary. But local area network is not temporary. It can be there for a long time. So within office, okay, please try down that. Okay, so local area network is a network within a single geographical area. Example, single geographical means geographical conditions are not changing place to place. තැනින් තැනට geographically කියන එක තැනකට වහිනකොට තව තැනකට පායන්නේ එහෙම වෙනස් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. These geographical boundaries does connect in a car. So I got a question from Aniti. Does connect in a car and phone with a Bluetooth also come under PAN? Yes, it's under PAN. It's a personal area network. Car with the Bluetooth. Car is a smart, like smart device now. It's unlike earlier days. That is for the recent stuff. Like, so your book is, I said that it's somewhat outdated. We are learning a little bit old syllabus. But now, even a car has a computing component. So computer, which you can connect a car to your mobile phone, which is example for personal area network, right? Local area network. So it is a single geographical area. So that is why. So people sometimes they call these small networks like car network or this home. If you connect like mobile phones and using hotspot, still sometimes they call this is LAN, but it is unorganized, right? Highly ad hoc. ඒ වෙලාවට හදාගත්ත එක dissolve කරා. ඔය මේවා එහෙම නෑ, මේවා organized. So it is there for long time. So then the next is MAN, right? MAN is Metropolitan Area Network. Metropolitan Area Network. So sometimes this is referred as municipal area network. Really, municipal council, it is Nagara Sabha. Municipal. It is basically connecting some metropolitan area. A network within a city or village. So sometimes that is called village area network, but so there are different terms. Basically, that is a metropolitan area, a municipal council. So that is not a single geographical area. Small geographical changes are there, right? Small geographical, that means one side can be rain, the other side, so it can be not rain, it's not raining, likewise. So some minor changes are there. That is not a large geographical boundary as well, but it has minor changes. That is metropolitan area network. So here, see here in your metropolitan, it's a combination of several local area networks which cover less than 16 miles. Example, including banking network, institutes and universities with branches. So it is less than 16 miles, covering less than 16 miles. Banks, examples, you can say city networks, banks, large universities, having nearby branches or faculties. So it is not a single geographical. So it is not easy to travel from one place to another place by walking, but still you can travel by a vehicle, so which cover a metropolitan area. So the next large is called WAN, is wide area network. Several LANs, PANs, MANs together can create a large WAN. It is a network covering a large geographical area or different geographical areas. That is called a WAN. Example, you can see internet. It is the largest public WAN. It is the largest public WAN. Right, so please write down about MAN and WAN. So these are also, so internet, we are using that day by day, right? It's drawing, and it's not even connecting the planet Earth. It's connecting some other space station like things or other planets even, and space equipments, stations. Now we have learned about several networks, right? Several different networks, right? So it is time to know about some special networks. So special networks. So please write down special networks. So what are they? So there can be SOHO networks. So that is connecting office and home. It is a local area network connecting office and home. Right? Sometimes you have home office. So this is small office, home office. And there is something called CAN, campus area network. And another CAN is there that is called controller area network. That is a network within a car, ship, or flight, space station, etc. A different unit. So that is isolated but connected. So a vehicle can have a network, a ship can, car or vehicle. Ship, flight, space station. So these can have networks. Those are CAN, controller area networks. And there's something called SAN, storage area network. A network connecting storage devices. large organizations maintain SAN, storage area networks. SOHO, CAN, SAN. So these are some special networks. So that is also not there in the book, but still important. Okay, then let's come to the network media and network devices quickly. You are writing, right? Okay. So just take your time and write down. I'll go through these things after that. Sorry. So let's go and discuss about the fundamentals, the basics. So about the communication methodologies and then about the devices. Right here. So the communication or the data transmission can be varied. It can be simplex, duplex, or half duplex. Simplex means the sender is sending information and receiver is receiving that. Only that part is there. For example, if you are watching TV, so whatever the broadcasting station is sending, or whatever the sender is sending, can be obtained or can be received by the receiver, but receiver will not be able to communicate back with the sender same time. So that is called simplex, one way. Watching TV, it's one way, right? But when it comes half duplex, both sender and receiver can communicate, but not at the same time. Both are communicating, but not at the same time. The first person communicate, then the second person wait and listen, then the second person communicate. So this is happening two-way, but it is not at the same time, two different time slots. So that is half duplex. Okay, again, send in a voice message. So there is also half duplex. One part is sending, the other part is hearing that, and after that replying using a voice message. So there is also half duplex. And full duplex means both parties, both receive and sender, can communicate together. Both can do the communication same time. That is called full duplex communication. Okay. So then about the transmission media, transmission medium. So medium can be wired, wireless, or this transmission media. So it can be guided, unguided, wired, wireless, or so if it is guided, the twisted pair, coaxial, fiber optics. I hope you are using either twisted pair or fiber optics lines in networks, especially when receiving internet. Sometimes you are not getting that. Instead of that, you are using microwaves, WiMAX, right? WiMAX, or just microwave GSM based communication. So anyway, you are using this microwave or radio waves if you're using unguided. And infrared is rare, right? Infrared. Bluetooth is also a radio wave. That is why it's not listed here actually. So you might wonder why Bluetooth is not there, why Wi-Fi is not there. Those are radio waves, right? Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, but those are short distance. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, and there are long distance radio waves. So these are short distance, all three are short distance, and you have a long distance radio waves too. That is used by transmitters, that is used by different transmitters. So some are short transmitters, which is used for these drones and all, drone, remote control planes, using transmitters, but some are like radio stations. It is transmitting like kilometers away. So these are the wired and wireless technique. Just have a snapshot, just have an idea. Let's move to the next part. Okay, so which is faster? Do you think so? Is it wired or wireless? Which is faster?
Wired.
Wired, yes, of course, wired. Which is easy to set up. Is it wired or wireless? Yes?
Wireless.
Wireless. It will reach anywhere, right? Even you are in mountain, wireless will reach. It is easy to set up. But so you know the faster one is the guided or wired. So what is having like which is more secure? Is it wired or wireless? That wireless signal goes here and there, right? So therefore it needs high security to protect. But the thing is, so wired one, guided one, you can secure physically. So guided is more secure. Okay, just it. So let's learn this. Twisted pair. In Sinhala, we call Ambari Yugal. So twisted. Why twisting? So you know, when a conductor is sending current, these electrons are traveling. So that is power basically. When these electrons are moving, we call that power. When conductor is transmitting power, there is an electromagnetic field created around that. When conductor is transmitting, right? When conductor is transmitting this power, so there will be electromagnetic field. So I think you have learned about electromagnet, right? In your childhood, you're doing this activity. You use a copper coil and wrap a nail or some iron core, right? Then you wrap the copper coil. And so what you can monitor after wrapping, right? What you can monitor after wrapping a copper coil is basically what you can see. So when you transmit power, it will act as a magnet. It will attract magnetic objects, magnet attractable objects. It will take it. And so that is a magnetic effect. So similar to that, when there is a conductor transmitting, right? This is called electromagnetic field. Electromagnetic field. Actually, when there is electromagnetic field, here you can see. So this is what I said about the copper coil. So there is an electromagnetic field, right? When conductor is transmitting power, this happens. So this is the electromagnetic field. So if it is a power line, still there is a electromagnetic field. So when it is transmitting this power, so there is electromagnetic field around that. So that is actually slowing down the electrons. This electromagnetic field itself, here you can see this is when power is going, there is an electromagnetic circulating there. So then what is happened, like what you're doing using this twisted pair? So there is electromagnetic field, so when power transmitted, but opposite field will be generated by twisting that. දැන් මේ දෙක දෙපැත්තට යතුවම එකකින් එන electromagnetic field එකට opposite direction. Let's say this direction you have electromagnetic field, the other one is generating other direction. So that will cross, that will cancel out. Right? That is the idea of twisting the copper lines. So by twisting the copper line, they try to reduce the electromagnetic interference. Electromagnetic fields වලින් වෙන බාධාව. That is called electromagnetic interference. They try to reduce this by twisting. So that is why twisted pair. So it can transmit data up to 100 meters. But after that, so it has higher resistance. So the signal will not be clear enough. So it is for short distance, right? 100 meters. But there is high quality one, which is a shielded twisted pair, STP. Shielded twisted pair. Right, that has shielded twisted pair has high quality and security when transmitting. Why? It has a shield. So this is not a very good example for shielded twisted pair. This is again wrong image. So I don't know. I'm really pathetic about this situation. This is wrong image of STP. Right, because like this is maybe this is correct, but this is unclear, right? So if this is individually wrapped, that is what the STP is, but UTP වල cover එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ cover එකක් දැම්ම කියලා UTP මේ STP වෙන්නේ නැහැ. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. shield එකේ shield එක තියෙන්නේ මෙහෙම. STP was UTP. බලන්න මේ දෙකේ වෙනස. ඇත්තටම. right ඔන්න. මේකේ ඔන්න හරියට තියෙනවා. මේකේ පැහැදිලිව තියෙනවා STP UTP වෙනස. හරිද? මේ image එක වැරදි ඈ. This image is not a very good one, but this image clearly shows actual STP UTP status. මේ හතරේ වෙන වෙනම ඔතලා තියෙන්න ඕන. මේක තනියෙන් ඔතන එක මෙහෙම shield කරන විදියකුත් තියෙනවා. හැබැයි මේ shield එක නෙමෙයි මේ කියන්නේ. මේ shield එක නෙමෙයි මේ දෙකින් දෙකට shield කරනවා. මේ හතර වටේටත් shield එකක් එන එකක්. That is not the one. So here 2 by 2 it is shielded. So that is the correct image. So if this image is there, then I agree. This is UTP unshielded. Each pair will not be covered, but here each pair is covered using a shield. So that is to stop external electromagnetic interference. ඇතුලෙන් විතරක් නෙමෙයි එළියෙනුත් එනවනේ electromagnetic interference එක. එතකොට ධාරාවක් යනකොටත් එනවා, එහෙම නැතුව එළියෙනුත් එනවා. මේ එළියෙන් එන එකත් නවත්තලා තමයි තියෙන්නේ මේක. STP වල. Right then, so that is UTP, STP. Which one has higher quality? UTP or STP has higher quality? Yes, which one has higher quality? Is it UTP or STP? Hello, can you hear me? ඇහෙනවද මාව? Which has higher quality, Putte? Is it STP or UTP? STP, right?
Yeah.
Because it has a shield. යාගේ shield තියෙනවනේ දෙකෙන් දෙකට. ඒඳ STP quality එක වැඩි. Which is expensive? Is it STP or UTP? What do you think? ගණන් වැඩි කොකද?
STP.
STP is expensive because of the shield. STP is quality, but STP is expensive too. So what is the transmission distance of this twisted pair TP cables?
100 meters.
Approximately 100 meters. Some are transmitting 200 meters, but so we take this 100 meter as approximate transmission distance. Coaxial cable. So this is like your antenna cable. It has a single copper core, inner insulation, copper mesh, then outer insulation. So please name these things. Copper core. Copper core. And then inner insulation. Then you have copper mesh. Then outer insulation. So this is again protecting the line from electromagnetic interference. This is also protecting the line from electromagnetic interference because copper mesh is used to reduce the electromagnetic interference coming from the outside. Right? එළියෙන් එන electromagnetic interference එක එයාටත් අඩු කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඔය මේ හිරගෙවල් වල එහෙමත් copper mesh දානවා බිත්ති වලට. හේතුව එළියෙන් එන ඒතකොට signal එහෙම නැති කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. Right? ඒතකොට එළියෙන් එන මේව එහෙම signal එහෙම නැති කරලා දාන්න පුළුවන්. To do that, right? Why? To do that actually it's using the okay. Then right. Fiber optic. Unlike the two cables that we have discussed, both are copper, both are transmitting shorter distance. So here coaxial also 100 meters, 100, 200 meters. It is not more than that. But fiber optics, it can even transmit data for kilometers. Why? It's not copper, it's transmitting light. It's not electrons, it's light. Aloke. So it is super faster. You know, the light travels super faster, instantly, from one place to another place. So therefore, it is super faster than the previous two, and it can transmit data for long distances, even for kilometers. But there is a disadvantage of copper cables, which is really expensive. That is one thing. The another thing is it's difficult to bend. Bending is difficult. Why? Bending can damage this cable. Bending නැවුවොත් එම මේක damage වෙන්න පුළුවන්. මොකද ආලෝකය නියන්නේ. And this is not affected by lightning, thundering, and it's not affected by external electromagnetic interference. Why? Because it is light. ආලෝකය හින්දා යාට බලපෑමක් නැහැ. Right. So that is about guided media. So out of these three, copper cables are slower, but fiber is faster, and fiber can transmit data for long distances. Then comes to the unguided media, the radio waves. Radio waves are, so you can see Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee. I said that Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, Zigbee are short distance radio waves, but there are long distance radio waves which provide TV and radio channels. We are not calling TV waves, right? Both are radio waves. Both actually, initially it came like introduction was done for radio waves, no, radio and radio waves. Later the TV was introduced. Okay, in radio waves, the advantage is it's going omnidirectional. Omnidirectional means it's surrounding. It's going to the surrounding area. වටේටම යනවා. එක පැත්තකට කියලා නෑ. වටේටම යාට transmit කරන්න. It's going omnidirectional. That is one thing. And another thing, one is omnidirectional. The another thing, it can go to long distances. Kilometers, can cover kilometers. It is there for short distance too. Wi-Fi වගේව කෙටි දුරක්. Wi-Fi 100 meters. Bluetooth 10 meters. And Wi-Fi can go 100 meters. If no obstacles, Wi-Fi can go up to 100 meters. But Bluetooth can go even less than that. It's 10 meters, very short. So these are omnidirectional. But microwave is unidirectional. එක පැත්තකට විතරයි microwave. It's not omnidirectional. It is linear, one-to-one, face-to-face. කෙලින් යන්නේ. So even satellite communication happens like the satellite වලත් වෙන්නේ මෙහෙම dish එකේ ඉඳන් කෙලින්ම satellite එකේ ඉඳන් මේ dish එකට. Right, ඒක කෙලින් යන්නේ signal එක. But it can go again kilometers. Right here. So satellites are placed like 36,000 kilometers. So it can transmit data that much. So if no obstacles, බාධා නැත්නම් යට ගොඩ දුර යන්න. Those are microwaves. ශුද්ධ තරංග. Right? So telephone network, is it using radio signals or microwave? What do you think? Telephone, GSM, maybe no dialogue GSM. Mobitel GSM. ඒගොල්ලෝ use කරන්නේ microwave ද radio waves ද?
Radio waves.
Tower එකෙන් tower එකට යන්න පුතේ microwave වලින්. Tower to tower communication බලන්න ඔය සීගිරියම උඩ තැනකට නැග්ගම towers එක කෙලින් නේද තියෙන්නේ? All towers are in line, right? So tower to tower transmission happens using microwave, and tower to customer transmission happens using radio waves. ඒගොල්ලෝ දෙකම use කරනවා. Tower to tower microwave, tower to the customer radio waves. That is why it's called GSM. GSM is global service for, or non-global service. It has like microwave access. Global, I cannot remember the exact. It has the microwave term inside that. GSM meaning is GSM. Meaning is global. Here, global system for here, global system for mobile communication, GSM, is global system for mobile communication. And when you take WiMAX, it has WiMAX is actually a long distance wireless communication. So it has wireless interoperability for microwave access. You can see worldwide or wireless, sometimes for worldwide interoperability for microwave access. WiMAX. WiMAX is wired internet, wireless internet. Okay, now we have covered this basic and infrared. Infrared is everywhere, you know, remote to the TV, infrared. We cannot see infrared using our naked eyes. අපිට අපේ ඇස් වලින් සාමාන්‍ය ඇස් වලින් බලන්න බෑ. අපිට ඕන බලල් ඇස් හරි පූස් ඇස් හරි මේක බලන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් කැමරා ඇසක් ඕන. We can watch infrared using the camera but not using our naked eye. Right? Keyboard, mouse, remote controllers are using infrared, and even Bluetooth can be used. Bluetooth is also a radio wave. In the infrared can a light wave. Infrared is a short distance light wave. It is the frequency is below red color. Infrared can a red volatility frequency at adu. Red අපිට පේනවා. මේ red වලට අඩු frequencies අපිට පේන්නේ නැති හින්දා infrared පේන්නේ. බල්ලොන්ට පූසොන්ට infrared පේනවා. But we can also see infrared through our camera. Camera එකකින් බැලුවොත් ඔයාලගේ remote එක on කරලා remote එක ඔබන ගමන් camera එකකින් බලන්න. Just use your mobile phone camera to turn on the remote and press it and check using mobile phone camera. Then you can see there is a light. And this is used for night vision as well. As you cannot see, night vision camera වලත් use වෙනවා. මොකද infrared එළිය වැටුනම camera වලට එළියයි. When infrared lights are on, cameras, so we'll take that brightness. Cameras brightness, that brightness will be affected, and cameras can see the object clearly. But the thing is, you cannot see. ඔයාලට පේන්නේ. Cameras වලට clear පේනවා. අපිට පේන්නේ නැහැ. Cameras can see, but we cannot see. Okay. So let's discuss the computer network device and finish. So you can see there are some network devices here in this diagram. So internet, you are using a router or modem, then a firewall, then servers, switches, hubs, Wi-Fi access points, computers, mobile phone devices. This is a diagram which shows a connection between these devices in a network. The first thing is network interface card. That is the network adapter or network card. So some are on board. Motherboard එකේම තියෙනවනේ. අපි කියන on board කියලා. This network interface card is on board. It's not a separate card. It is on board networking facility. And this is separate network card. So this is on board network. So on board is better because you can get the facility, but it is cheaper. But you need a separate card for faster communication, and also it is customizable when it is separate. So do we have network interface in our mobile phone? Do we have network interface in our mobile phone? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yes, there is wireless network interface. Wireless card එකක්. Wireless network interface එකක් තමයි අපේ තියෙන්නේ. හැබැයි ඒක අර card එකක්ම නෙමෙයි. We call it wireless network interface. Okay. Right. The next is switch or hub. Right. So these we will learn star topology next day. We have to study about the topologies. That is our last day for this chapter. So after that, this chapter will be finished by next day. Switch or hub. So sometimes we call concentrator or mediator. It is a device which is used to connect one computer, many computers to one point. So we can, so if you have a switch or hub, you can connect multiple computers together. So this is like a multi-plug. When there is multi-plug, we can connect multiple wires to it. No? ඒ වගේ තමයි multi-plug එකක් වගේ තමයි network වල switch එකයි hub එකයි. But this has differences, right? Switch and hub so has differences. Hub is like it is kind of less intelligent device, but switch is more intelligent. Right? Okay. So let's say you are connecting this star topology එකේදී අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා මේක, but just think, just understand, try to understand this. Okay, let's say this is your hub and this is your computer. You are connected to this. So this is some other computer, 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 and there are several computers connected to this hub. These are computers. Let's say these are computers. I'm going to draw them. So this is what called star topology, but we'll learn that next day, right? These are the computers or the stations connected to this. You have mobile phones, different devices connected to this. So if this is a hub, make a hub එකක් වුණා නම්. So let's say this is A. Let's think this is A and this is B, this is C, this is D, E and F. These are the E, F and G. These are the computers connected to this hub. Let's say A want to send message to D. A wants to send message to D. If this is hub එකක් නම් මේක, A will send the message to the hub. Hub will send message to B, C, D, E, F, G, and even A. So what will happen? So then මෙහෙම කියන අපි කියනවා පණිවිඩයක් කියන්න කියලා. පන්ති යාළුවෙක් කියලා හිතන්න. So let's say you have a friend in your class. You want to pass a message to another friend. You are telling your nearby friend, hey, මචං මේ පොඩ්ඩක් අරයට මෙහෙම පණිවිඩයක් කියන්න කියලා පණිවිඩයක් කියනවා. මේ කියන්නකෝ මේ ටීචර්ට මේක ගිහින් දෙන්න කියලා පණිවිඩයක් කියන්න කියලා කියනවා. අපේ යාළුවා මොකද කරන්නේ? එයා නැගිටලා මුළු පන්තියටම ඇහෙන්න කෑ ගහලා කියනවා මෙන්න මෙයා කියනවා ඔයට මේ කාටද නමක් කියලා ටීචර්ට මේක ගිහින් දෙන්න කියලා කියනවා කියලා. So ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයාට ඕනුනේ එක්කෙනෙකුට කියන්න. ඔයාගේ යාළුවා මොකද කරේ? මුළු පන්තියටම ඇහෙන්න මැසේජ් එක කියනවා. එහෙම යාළුවෝ ඉන්නවනේ නේ සමහර වෙලාවට. There are such friends. When you want to pass message to the secret message to someone, you tell your friend and your friend is broadcasting that to everyone. So he's telling it to everyone. So the relevant party will capture the message. අදාළ කෙනා පණිවිඩේ ගන්නවා. හැබැයි මේකේ තියෙන හොඳ වැඩක් නෙමෙයි. හරි මේකේදී යාළුවගේ තියෙන කම්මැලිකම. හැබැයි ඒක හොඳ වැඩකුත් නෙමෙයි. මොකද මෙයාට කිව්වම මෙයා හැමෝටම කියනවා. මෙයාට කිව්වම මෙයා හැමෝටම කියනවා. ඉතින් හැමෝටම කියන්න ඕන වෙලාවටත් ඔයාට යාළුවට කියන්න පුළුවන්. හැබැයි එහෙම නොකියුවත් තව කාට හරි තනියෙන් කියන්න කිව්වොත් එයා හැමෝටම කියනවා. So that is the nature of hub. Therefore hub is less intelligent. We call hub is broadcasting. එයා වටේටම පණිවිඩය දෙනවා. Broadcast. Less intelligent. More traffic. Traffic එක වැඩියි කියන එක හැමෝටම කියන්න ගියාම මෙතන වැඩ ගොඩයි. More traffic. But switch එක එහෙම නැහැ. switch එකට කිව්වොත් hey tell it to D කිව්වොත් D ට විතරයි ඈ. switch එකට මේ message එක දුන්නොත් මේ D ට කියන්නකෝ. අනිත් අයට නෙමෙයි D ට පණිවිඩය දෙන්න. switch එක දන්නවා unicast කරන්න. D ටනේ D. ඊට පස්සේ B කියනවා මේ C ටයි E ටයි කියන්නකෝ මම කියන පණිවිඩේ. Please tell it to C and E. It knows. It will transmit to C and E both. Right, anyway, so we have discussed up to here. So then, so which is broadcasting? Hub is broadcasting. Which is less intelligent? Hub is less intelligent. Which is more intelligent? Switch, because switch will send this. So if I ask A to send to D, then A will send it to D only. If B asks to send to D and F, then it can send to this multiple parties. Then the B, the keyword BF, they can send it to D and F both. And if B is asking, hey, send to everyone, then hub can send it to everyone. So it is act according to the situation, but hub is always broadcasting. Therefore, hub is less intelligent. Okay, with that, the particular part, hub and switch, yes, we have done. So we have very few to discuss here. And this part we have done. Next day, we can discuss about remaining. It is only 2 pages, we can do that. We'll finish the chapter today, next week. Then good night, see you all next week.
Thank you, sir. Good night, sir.
Bye.
Good night, sir. Thank you, sir.